First Firmament. The First Firmament was the very first being and the embodiment of the first iteration of reality in Marvel's cosmology. It was not inside the universe, it was the universe itself, encompassing all space, time, and matter. Created before the multiverse existed, it was omnipotent within its own reality. To combat its loneliness, it created two races: the Aspirants, who served it with rigid, unchanging creations, and the Celestials, who promoted change and evolution. Their ideological conflict escalated into a cosmic war, which shattered the First Firmament and ended the First Cosmos. The surviving fragments became the foundation for the multiverse of the Second Cosmos, but the First Firmament itself remained, later returning as a hostile, multiverse-devouring force strong enough to overpower multiversal eternity. Galactus. Galactus, formerly a mortal named Galen from the Sixth Cosmos, is the current devourer of worlds for the Eighth Cosmos. His role is to maintain universal balance by consuming planets rich in life energy, preventing unchecked cosmic growth. This devourer role is inherited. The final survivor of a dying cosmos is transformed into a being of immense power for the next reality cycle. Galactus wields the power cosmic, an incorruptible force tied to his soul's survival through the universe's rebirth. This energy can be shared with chosen heralds, granting them vast abilities. While his hunger is often depicted as a necessary universal function, it can be altered or removed, though such changes disrupt established cosmic order. Celestials. The Celestials are ancient, godlike cosmic scientists created in the First Cosmos by the First Firmament. They survived every universal destruction and rebirth cycle, continuing their experiments across realities. They are responsible for major evolutionary changes in countless species, including the creation of the Eternals, deviants, and even the introduction of the X gene into humanity. While immensely powerful and capable of surviving multiversal events, they are not omnipotent and can be killed. Their activities are often amoral, driven by experimentation rather than morality, and their actions shape the genetic and cosmic foundations of countless civilizations. The Beyonders. Originally created by the Celestials via an intermediary named Kalora, the Beyonders, initially called the Omegas, were tasked with monitoring and preserving multiversal stability. When the Second Cosmos collapsed, they survived in a pocket dimension outside the main multiverse, becoming truly beyond it. The Beyonders possess the ability to manipulate entire universes and have killed the original Living Tribunal, a multiversal judge, as part of their plan to destroy the Seventh Cosmos and trigger the creation of the Eighth. Their power is vast enough to threaten the entire multiversal structure simultaneously. The Living Tribunal. The Living Tribunal is a singular multiversal entity charged with maintaining balance between fundamental cosmic forces. It judges disputes between entities on a multiversal scale, ensuring that no single force, good, evil, order, or chaos, dominates existence. The Tribunal's three faces represent equity, vengeance, and necessity. The original Tribunal was killed by the Beyonders during their attempt to reset reality. An alternate Adam Warlock was elevated to become the new Tribunal. The Tribunal is second only to the one above all in authority and can overrule virtually any other cosmic power. Oblivion. Oblivion is the cosmic embodiment of primordial nothingness, predating creation itself. Existing before the First Cosmos, Oblivion seeks the return of all things to non-existence. While often patient, simply awaiting the end of reality, Oblivion occasionally acts to accelerate destruction. He is considered a sibling or progenitor to other embodiments such as death, and his influence extends to beings like the Chaos King and possibly the Anti-All. Oblivion exists as a singular multiversal constant, unaffected by universal resets. Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force is the multiversal embodiment of life's psionic energy. It exists across all universes as a singular entity with localized aspects. Capable of creating or destroying life on a cosmic scale, it often bonds with mortal hosts to carry out its will. While a force for life, it is unbound by morality and can be corrupted by a host's emotions, leading to catastrophic outcomes such as the Dark Phoenix. The Phoenix is integral to the cycle of life, death, and rebirth in the Marvel Multiverse. Master Order and Lord Chaos. Master Order embodies absolute law, structure, and stability. Lord Chaos embodies unpredictability, instability, and entropy. Together, they balance cosmic systems, preventing either force from dominating reality. Their intermediary, the in-betweener, represents duality and the balance between opposites. Following the events of Secret Wars and the transition to the Eighth Cosmos, they fused into a single entity named Logos in an attempt to reshape the cosmic hierarchy. Logos wielded immense power, destroying all Celestials before being undone by Black Panther, who exploited the loopholes in Logos' existence to force the pair to separate and restore balance. the powers that be, and the natural order of things. The powers that be are the embodiment of magic as a universal force, while the natural order of things embodies science and immutable physical law. Introduced in the God storyline, they despise each other and refuse to work directly together. The powers that be act through a single mortal avatar who safeguards magical equilibrium in the mortal realm. The natural order operates through the Centum, a collective of 100 scientists ranked by prime number designations. These two entities represent the fundamental division between mystical and scientific order within Marvel's cosmology. The Enigma Force. The Enigma Force is a living cosmic energy created by the Beyonders to preserve multiversal balance from outside the main reality. It bonds temporarily with mortal hosts in times of great need, granting them the mantle of Captain Universe and vast cosmic power. It serves as the light counterpart to the living abyss, the dark symbiote-generating substance tied to the King in Black. The Enigma Force is integral to balancing creation from the multiversal exterior, though its powers are wielded sparingly. The King in Black. The King in Black is the title given to the ruler of the living abyss, the primordial darkness from which all symbiotes originate. In the 8th cosmos, this title was held by Null, god of darkness, until it passed to Eddie Brock. The King in Black is intended to preserve balance from within the multiverse, mirroring the Enigma Force's role outside it, but often acts destructively. Null used the Abyss to wage war against creation itself, while Eddie Brock's reign carries more ambiguity regarding its impact on cosmic stability. The Infinity Stones. The Infinity Stones, originally called Infinity Gems, are ancient sentient artifacts originating in the first cosmos. They exist in multiple universes, each set bound to its native reality, and cannot function outside of it. The core 6 stones, time, soul, mind, reality, power, and space, grant control over fundamental aspects of existence. Variants such as the Death Stone and Ego Stone appear sporadically. While extremely powerful, the stone's role in current Marvel cosmology is diminished, with their multiversal significance less prominent in recent narratives. The Fulcrum. The Fulcrum is a mysterious and rarely seen entity that exists above most other cosmic powers in Marvel's hierarchy. It is often depicted as the ultimate source from which the Celestials, the Horde, their natural predators, and other abstract forces originate. The Fulcrum is responsible for overseeing the balance between creation and destruction, using the Celestials to seed and cultivate life while the Horde culls or consumes worlds as a counterweight. While almost never intervening directly, the Fulcrum represents a neutral supreme authority, possibly on par with or an aspect of the One Above All, ensuring that cosmic processes occur as intended. The One Above All. The One Above All is the supreme being in Marvel's cosmology, existing beyond all multiverses, cosmic entities, and laws of reality. It is the ultimate creator and sustainer of all existence, omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. The One Above All has appeared infrequently, often taking forms that characters can comprehend, such as a human figure or, in metatextual moments, the representation of a comic book writer or artist. It is the only entity with absolute authority over the Living Tribunal and is often considered Marvel's God in the most literal sense. The One Below All. The One Below All is the complete opposite of the One Above All, serving as the ultimate embodiment of destruction, malice, and chaos. It exists in the deepest layer of reality, connected to the Green Door, a metaphysical threshold linked to gamma mutates like the Hulk. The One Below All is less an individual personality and more a fundamental force of annihilation, infecting minds and realities with hatred and decay. In certain potential futures, it merges with hosts such as the Hulk, creating godlike destructive entities capable of ending the entire cosmos. The First Firmament, revisited at peak power. While already discussed as the first reality's embodiment, the First Firmament's later return cements it among the topmost cosmic threats. In its resurgence, it proved capable of overpowering and absorbing the multiversal eternity of the 8th cosmos, an act that required the combined might of 6 multiverses' sentient embodiments to merely contain it. At full strength, it represents the singular primordial will of existence before the concept of a multiverse, a being that predates and surpasses all subsequent cosmic hierarchies except the One Above All. Protege. Protege is a cosmic entity with the unrestricted ability to replicate and even surpass the powers of any being he encounters. This replication is perfect and instantaneous, extending to the most complex and reality-altering abilities in the Marvel cosmology. His first major demonstration of this talent occurred when he mimicked the reality-warping power of the Beyonder, exceeding even that being's capabilities. Such limitless adaptability made Protege a potential threat to the stability of the multiverse itself. Seeking to prevent the collapse of cosmic order, the Living Tribunal judged Protegé's actions intolerable and sentenced him to confinement within the eternal hourglass. This prison exists outside the normal flow of time, burying him beneath an endless cascade of temporal sands. Before his capture, Protege attempted to seize the title and role of the One Above All, positioning himself as the supreme authority in all creation. However, his ambition was thwarted by the combined intervention of higher cosmic forces, ensuring that his potential remained contained. Death. Death is the cosmic personification of mortality in Marvel's hierarchy of existence, functioning as the counterpart to eternity who embodies all life and time. As a constant of the universe, she governs the end of all living things and presides over the realm of death, a metaphysical plane beyond mortal comprehension. Her presence ensures that the cycle of life and death remains balanced, and she commands a host of subordinate death gods who operate on lesser scales. Death's form is variable. She has appeared as a robed skeletal figure, a shadowed apparition, or a woman of striking beauty. Known also as Mistress Death or Lady Death, she has influenced pivotal events across the Marvel Multiverse. Her interactions with characters such as Thanos, Deadpool, and Ben Reilly have often shifted the course of cosmic and mortal affairs. Notably, Thanos' quest for the Infinity Stones was driven by his desire to earn her favor, leading to some of the most consequential events in Marvel's history. Fifth Cosmos. The Fifth Cosmos is the abstract embodiment of the fourth iteration of the multiverse in Marvel cosmology. This entity represents the creation of magic itself and the weaving of perceived change across reality. Described as both the maker of magic and the weaver of illusions, the Fifth Cosmos established the metaphysical foundation for transformation, sorcery, and the mutable nature of existence within its cycle of reality. Although little is detailed about its individual actions or specific manifestations, its influence permeates the structure of the multiverse's magical systems. It functions on a scale far beyond that of mortal sorcerers or even magical gods, embodying magic as a universal constant rather than as a practiced art. Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards is an Omega-level mutant whose abilities place him among the most powerful beings in Marvel's cosmology. His reality-warping powers operate on scales ranging from universal to multiversal, enabling him to alter existence in accordance with his thoughts. This control extends to rearranging molecular structures, creating self-contained universes, and reshaping or stabilizing celestial bodies. He can manipulate both time and space, and his psionic abilities include telepathy, telekinesis, energy projection, astral projection, and precognition. Despite often being portrayed as a child or adolescent, Franklin has demonstrated power equal to or greater than that of the Celestials, and cosmic beings such as Galactus and Eternity have acknowledged him as their peer. In alternate or future timelines, adult Franklin has been depicted defeating Celestials, resurrecting Galactus, and exercising control over life and death on a cosmic scale, suggesting near immortality and an influence that rivals the highest abstract entities. Eon. Eon is an ancient cosmic entity tasked with safeguarding the balance of Earth's dimension within the broader Marvel universe. Operating as a guardian and custodian, Eon's primary role is to identify and empower champions capable of protecting Earth from universal threats. To this end, Eon grants access to the power cosmic or similar energy sources, most notably to individuals such as Quasar, who serve as protectors of life. Eon possesses vast cosmic awareness and the ability to manipulate matter and energy for the purpose of sustaining balance, though it does not wield the near-omnipotent authority of higher abstracts like Eternity. Instead, Eon functions as a critical intermediary between the mortal and cosmic spheres, ensuring that threats to Earth are met with sufficient power and guidance. That's every major Marvel cosmic powerhouse explained. Subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive, because next, we're going to unveil the secret deals that shape Doom's destiny, with every Doctor Doom moment explained.